Welcome to Precious AETV. They always sweet my belly to come your domot. Sincere apologies. So today I tried to see if I could get the Secretary General of Ijaw Youth Council to talk to us, but he's been very busy. In fact, he don't date tight. My guests then just disappoint me back to back, but not to worry. I just make a bring on at the matter them as it hot because a lot of things they happen concerning this River State issue, and now part of waiting I say make a bring for Nadomo. But just to run you through some of the things happening. Ijaw stakeholders worldwide assembled over emergency rule in River State. And I will let you know the outcome of that meeting where BC then get. But moving on to other issues where BC will go get, we'll also tell you other things that happen for inside Nigeria. As bill to stop Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, others from contesting election don't pass second reading. That one from anybody who don't reach 60 years and above. Any bill to stop 60 years and above to contest for election don't pass second reading. How far you go, we're gonna let you know. Southeast Caucus protests Senate's rejection of Musu's immortalization, and I'll let you know on that. Remember, I brought you an exclusive that I said that it was from People's Gazette yesterday. How Sonwo Olude in hot pepper soup with your Bola Tinubu will be our president on how it be say after the presidential election in go defund and support both Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. Yeah, but Atiku don't come deny and say say you not receive any money from Sonwo because they say he actually fund them through in side chick or in girlfriend will be Aisha Achimog. Well, that matter day too. We'll go talk about and Northern Youth Council don't reject the proposed bill for 37 new local government areas for Rivers State, for Lagos State. Well, when me and Dr. Deji talk about this thing, we'll talk and say, President Bola Tinubu as now waiting him be done the fine since when he be governor of Lagos State, when we can create that 37 LCDs. Say he must make sure say he get an now. But Northern Youth don't say we no go agree. How many more agitations go follow this matter? Well, I don't know your guess they as good as mine. Plus other matter than we be say who go touch light today. Welcome to Update with Precious Enyi. Thank you so much, Asana, join me for Inside the Update. But make I just give you a snippet of the kind of matter they won't bring for this evening. As Ijaw use them, don't say like Biafra, they no want to do again. No, say they don't wash their hand, come out like Pontius Pilate for everything we get to do with Nigeria. They don't want again. Say, in fact, in every way and every standard, they get their own level. They reach to become their own nation or their own country. So why it be said they give them trouble? Set. If I just take a small snippet of them, we will play you more on what's happened and how this one is the outcome of the Congress where they hold just recently because of the emergency rule and the suspension of Governor of Rivers State, Similola Ifubara. Listen to Ram when they come back.
We have the number to ask for our own independence as a people. Let us have our own republic. Since the Nigerian government have seen or have decided that we are fourth-class citizens in this country, not even second class. Because even in this current administration, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is no Asian man that has a say. Even the minister that is from the homogeneous Ijaw State, Bayelsa State, has to lobby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons before he can even gain access to discuss issues that has to do with Ijaw Nation.
I don't hear from them. This not just a snippet too. As they say they won't go. When they come back to bring on all this matter them and more matter where they hot for inside Nigeria after this break. All right, great to be with you. I am going to begin the matter them one by follow as it hot. I be don't bring on a first batch of waiting they happen for inside Nigeria. We could go touch like the other batch them before we enter inside the National Congress where be say in fact the emergency. The National Congress where Ijaw people them hold, Ijaw stakeholders worldwide hold. That is the Ijaw stakeholders worldwide assembly which happened recently, just yesterday. I will let you in on waiting happen and how the outcome go. How, in fact, waiting then talk and waiting lead to this decision, waiting they do again, and waiting be the reaction way down for them. I will let you in on those. But let me just quickly the work out the enter inside other matters. So the House of Representatives on today, Thursday, passed the second reading a bill where they seek to bar individuals where don't reach 60 years from contesting for the offices of president and governor for inside Nigeria. Say, if you don't reach 60 years, no contest for president of governor again. But we know the people, the way they rule us. Now, the bill, person we sponsor them now, Ike Wano Ugochinyere. And they proposed the amendment of the 1999 Constitution to revise eligibility requirements for these key political positions. Now, according to the bill, presidential and gubernatorial candidates must not be older than 60 years old at the time of the way they want contest. At 59, if you contest, but at the time of contesting, your age not supposed to touch 60 years old. And the candidate must hold at least a bachelor's degree in their chosen field of study. That is now, we're not going to do quota system. No, I didn't say that. That is right now, we're not going to say attempted school start again. No, attempted, what did they call them? Primary school again. So even person will get a bill again, no go be our president again. Do you see this bill eventually being consented at the end of the day? Go pass through third reading, the president go sign them, because if they the people will be say this bill no go benefit. A lot of people don't really talk and say, say this bill, it go disenfranchise Northerners the whole lot. Say Northerners, we have very good educated and eloquent Northerners, though. No, get me wrong. But most of the ones, some of the ones the way they bring come forward for inside government. If you look the certification and all that, to reach that level finish. So you think say those big people, I don't want to call them oligarchs them. You think say they go take that matter, they go take them. If you say at the end of the day this bill go pass, we actually mean something good, because why would I want to seek for a job in Nigeria and you go tell me say make I be a graduate, get how many years of experience, but to be a president you go tell me just attempt primary school? Why? And then how will not go figure? Now what to make some people they talk say be like say we know they get the best of us, they rule the rest of us. Well, Mako see as that bill go as it don't pass for second reading. Okay, Mako enter inside another matter, because today some bad bills happen inside National Assembly. I tell you yesterday say Senator Baribi carry matter come inside Senate to use immortalize late Humphrey Nwosu, will be the person will hold the famous June 12 election. But today, gbas happen anyhow for inside the house concerning them. I know what people on the drama then will happen, because the drama of the Ijaw youths then fool my table here. So make I save my video playing for those drama of the Ijaw youths and this call for cecession. So that drama, people come out. You remember say yesterday when Abaribe they raised that matter, the deputy Senate president, when they talk, say even though say this in when they talk, he good, but say there's some people who say Humphrey wants to really lead democracy, really, because they really make the election go through, because some people say there's some controversy, and then Abaribe say I won't understand that controversy. Well, today the controversy don't show face well. As EB say, Southeasterners now don't they vex because of the stand where some people then get concerning the rejection of the motion to immortalize the late Professor Humphrey Nwosu, former chairman of the defunct National Electoral Commission, INEC. Now, following the decision, the cackles come walk out of the chamber. Say they do again, because people like Oshomole come at contact, say, how we go immortalize Humphrey Nwosu? Say Humphrey Nwosu, what did he do? Say person will be say no get the liver, the akpo to even announce the election results. When everybody them say now come the here because of fear of waiting military go do. In no fit stand up to say Ingo announce the results. Say wow, how come? Say they no go fit immortalize that kind of person because you no get my reach. That be smart, Now, person where the motion, the title a motion to immortalize Professor Humphrey Nwosu, and person where sponsor and Senator Yenagoa Baribe, and so many others, and there like 15 others them, including some Northerners who follow sponsor them, and not to recognize Nwosu's contribution, particularly in role where he played for the June 12, 1993 presidential election, where they don't widely regard as one of the freest and fairest election we will get for Nigeria. Now, during the plenary, Baribe can highlight Nwosu's achievements. Can they note say in leadership for inside the INEC or the NEC then say na him lead to the June 12 election, because if to say maybe not today, who knows if for no fit even talk say the election really cleared the way clear. However, when the motion they put them up for voice vote, President Barrow Jibril say it was it was overwhelmingly rejected. Remember, say when they put them out for vote yesterday, even like say the year them have a more, but he hit on the name. But today now when they put them up for vote, in fact, they matter say plenty. Now critics including Senators Adams Oshimole, APC Edonos, Jimo Ibrahim, Olamilekon Adeolu, and others can argue say wants to fail to demonstrate the necessary courage to announce the June 12 election. So because of saying fail to do that one, say in no reach, make them immortalize them. That one said they for inside that table, and we could just clear them so that we enter inside the Ijaw youths the matter. Now, yesterday, I tell her, I say, a story come out from exclusive from People's Gazette. Say, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu go dey in hot soup right now within Oga Patapata will be our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sake of say evidence can show from graft agencies. Say it be like say in sponsor or in give money, send money to Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar after it be say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't win it. Election for inside Nigeria before the governorship election. And saying through one Aisha Chimog, where they say na in girlfriend or aka side chick, saying na him sent the money through. And the thing they cause a lot of wahala and all that. Well, Atiku Abubakar don't come respond concerning the matter. He said he no collect any money from Babajide Sanwo-Olu at all. Now, for inside the statement we be saying today in release, and my person will release and in media aid with Paul EB, he dismissed the reports, suggest that kind of thing, say that kind of thing no happen at all. For inside the statement, he said, halt this Tinubu's voyage of misadventure and campaign of calumny against Atiku Abubakar. That's what he titled him. He said, he described the allegation as blatant lies and a controversial political propaganda aimed at discrediting Atiku. Some people come talk, say, how Peter we go collect money safe for inside Tinubu hand or Sanwo-Olu hand. Say that kind of thing no fit happen safe at all. So na part of waiting Atiku Abubakar don't deny and say, it no happen no at all. Loriro, it no work. I am going to enter inside Northern Youth Council as now. The Northern Youth Council for inside Nigeria, NYCN, they don't reject the proposal to convert the 37 LCDAs for inside Lagos State into local government areas. Now, the national president of the NYCN, Issa Abubakar, for inside statement he released today, he described the proposal as unfair and threat to national unity. Why EB say among all the states for inside Nigeria, not only Lagos states when I go see where get 20 local governments already, can't give them additional 37, not even 1 or 2 more local government, 37 local government areas. What's going to happen for other states them now? Now, the news agency of Nigeria, and I carry this matter come out, they can report say the House of Representatives today, Wednesday, passed for a second reading a bill seeking to recognize, yesterday, Wednesday, a bill to recognize the 37 LCDAs of Lagos State as full-fledged local government areas. Now, in fact, if proposed, Lagos State go get 57 local government area. However, Abubakar can say the move no go only benefit Lagos State, thereby say it go only benefit Lagos, and you can't undermine the equity, fairness, and justice where Nigeria supposed to represent to bring us together. Say because of that one, Lori Rock. When we go see my other videos where I get earlier today with Dr. Deji, we analyze that matter where Dr. Deji don't talk and say that kind of thing. Say it go hardly fly you because it go they like say they fair to all concerned. All right, let's go enter inside this Ijaw youth their matter very quickly. So obviously devastated by last week's proclamation of a state of emergency in Rivers State, stakeholders of Ijaw extraction worldwide then gathered yesterday, Wednesday, 26th March 2025, to x-ray the political situations for inside the region. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu being declared state of emergency on the 18th of March 2025, can also suspend the governor of the state because of some kind of political where they happen for the year. Now, in addition, the president suspend not just the governor, but in deputy and all elected officials. Now, the green and red chambers of the National Assembly will be the House of Rep and Senate Council consent. But yesterday, Ijaw people all over the world under the aegis of the Ijaw National Congress. Now worldwide Ijaw meeting, then can resolve to come together to brainstorm and think of say what will be the way forward for this matter which concern us like this, especially as it get to do with the suspension of our brother. It then gets a lot to talk about them because they even concite the way we say, let me see how will be the first Ijaw governor for inside Nigeria used come out well for this new dispensation. They used impeach and come out for office. Then talk a lot. Now, according to the INC president, Professor Benjamin Okaba, he said the main agenda for inside that summit now this to cite the Ijaw Nation and the state of the Ijaw Nation and to shadow how the Ijaw people go use move forward, especially as the matter take be. And for inside as Boro Expressway for Yenagoa, now in this meeting hold. And then plenty way gather, but then come to a resolution. I mean, don't play a snippet of that resolution because plenty people gather for inside that occasion. Then people will gather plenty, including the governor of Bayelsa State, and he even be one of those where BC talk for inside the meeting. Now, Governor Doye Diri, I think when they talk about the River State crisis, he said that they don't resolve. Say maybe through talk the matter will solve, but the youth then they go agree through talk through dialogue, say matter go solve. Now, the governor can't beg the president, Tinubu, and National Assembly to constitute a committee where basically carry personalities to immediately intervene and reverse this kind of thing where President Bola Tinubu do and restore back the governor of Rivers State. Now, for him words to say, again, I restate that this is the time for dialogue because it is a lost situation for people of Rivers State. I urge Mr. President and the National Assembly to waste no time in inaugurating a committee of eminent personalities that will immediately intervene and bring back peace and constituted government of Rivers State back to office. The South-South Governors Forum, of which I am chairman of, had urged the president to reconsider his stance and allow the dialogue among the parties to stand. Let me unequivocal. Let me be unequivocal. The Ijaw Nation is not in conflict with the federal government, but okay, I'll make a leave and there first. Now, according to the Bayelsa State governor, he said the Ijaw people remain committed to the unity and progress of Nigeria. But the youth then get them like that because as they talk to you, Hilda Okaba will also, follow for those places. Can't they talk? You can't say Hilda Okaba yesterday talk say what's in the president do? They like what's in a step far more that they do. When it be say 2 children, your own picking where you born a stepmother and the one with your other step wife born, do something. Then you go carry the other person picking, beat and where, leave the other one picking. Say now waiting it be say leave your own picking. Say now waiting President Bola Tinubu don't do like that. So because of that, the Ijaw youth people they don't talk, say they no go agree or do some way their head as they talk. No, say they no go agree. Say what's in the best for them now? Now to come up for inside Nigeria. Pata. Here where it be say the president of the Ijaw Youth Council
can categorically say that what happened in Rivers State to a larger extent is blessing in disguise because it has also awaken the consciousness of the Ijaw ethnic nationality, why they need to sit down and critically assess their existence as a people in the country called Nigeria. As a conscious Ijaw youth and as the president of the formidable Ijaw Youth Council, IYC, I believe that the River State incidents awakening the consciousness of the Ijaw people. And it has given us reasons why we need to reassess ourselves. And that has led to this gathering where very pertinent and important issues were raised and discussed. First of all, the Niger Delta that we find ourselves is the center of minority. And as such, Ijaw happens to be the largest ethnic nationality in the Niger Delta. And all our agitations has always been the well-being of the entire minorities in the Niger Delta. When you come to the oil and gas industry, I can categorically tell you that about 75% of the oil and gas facility and activities are domiciled in Ijaw land. For the well-being and the survival of Ijaw nation, the Nigerian nation, the Ijaw ethnic nationality has over time contributed a quota. We understand that we have been clamoring for resource control. That has not come, but we have been comfortable living with our neighbors, our brothers, from all these geopolitical zones, irrespective of what we are contributing to the Nigerian state and what we are getting as a people. We can recall that some of these fears were the reasons why the late Major Asasfa Boro of blessed memory decided to declare the Niger Delta Republic that lasted for 12 days, which is called the 12-day revolution. Down the line, we were believing that some forms of amendments are going to be made and the interests and the fears of the minority will be put into consideration in the Nigerian state. And today, in our own generation, the things that the likes of late Major Boro was afraid of are still being made manifest in our own generation. And it calls for worry. We can recall the first executive governor of Bayelsa State was impeached. These the same enemies of Ijaw Nation.
Now, remember, say the first executive governor of Bayelsa State, dear Priye Alamasiye, then be impeached. And when they impeach him, in fact, a lot of conspiracy theories there about that impeachment. Because remember, say him they talk, say the reason why make the impeachment because of say him they try to truncate former President Olusegun Obasanjo third term tenure. Then remember, and then of course he they also ask for resource control for inside the Niger Delta for Niger Delta people them at that time. I remember the style and system where they use impeachment. In fact, even summer better accusation on top of his head, that money laundering issue will lead to waiting make the same turn to woman use leave Nigeria and all of those. I could remember some time ago when Ibi say they talk say I say when he leave Nigeria, when he come back, say in fact say he don't forgive Olusegun Obasanjo, but say Olusegun Obasanjo said as he won't shake him, say he look in face, as in what she can say they look in face, but say he don't forgive him for waiting he do him. That's not part of waiting this young man they talk right now. But the point now be say how he be say they won't use go ahead or carry on this cessation where he be say they carry. And in terms of numbers, they really get the number. Just some fact checking some of the things when you talk, say at least 60% of the oil deposits for inside Niger Delta, they are for oil for Ijaw areas. Then that may be likely true because even if you look at Ondo State, the Ijaw speaking part of Ondo State, most likely nine gets the oil this thing, nine get the oil deposit more. So and most other areas, and not be say oh they do that areas like Ogoni and the rest of them, but you get good large deposits too around the Ijaw areas. But we could go here further with it up because it
was championing the fight for resource control. It is still fresh in our memory how he was embarrassed and taken out of office. Despite our contribution to the oil and gas industries, our lands and our environment is one of the highly polluted environments. We have been appealing to the federal government, even though resource control has not been granted to us. Try as much as possible to see how our environment can be put in order. Remediate our hydrocarbon polluted environment so that some of us that are farmers can go back to agriculture. The federal government decide to give us deaf ears. We are not jealous or envious of the Ogoni people, but their resolve have given them the needed results. Today, Ogoni land is being remediated just because they said that until their land is remediated, oil and gas activities is not going to be allowed. And today, their resolve have given them the result. As Ijaw people, we believe it's high time we also take the Ogoni templates. And some of the environmental challenges that we are facing, we are also discussed in the summit. So I'm just telling you that the crisis in River State, to a larger extent, is a blessing in disguise to Ijaw Nation. Because that has led to several issues that we are discussing as a people that has been affecting us. Today, Nigeria as a nation, when there are crises between a community and the Nigerian military, without due diligence investigation, our community are always being burnt down. The approach being given to our community is quite different from the approach elsewhere. So we begin to ask ourselves, if at all we are part of this nation called Nigeria, or we are second-class citizens. So what has happened in River State has given us the opportunity to analyze and critically give an appraisal of all that has been happening around the Ijaw Nation. And we believe resolutions that are going to be reached will definitely chart the way forward for the Ijaw Nation and the existence of the Ijaw people in this nation called Nigeria. This is just the first one. Subsequent meetings of Ijaw Nation are going to be held, where critical decisions are going to be taken. And we believe some of those decisions we will reassess ourselves, if at all as a people we have the number to ask for our own independence as a people. Let us have our own republic, since the Nigerian government have seen or have decided that we are fourth-class citizens in this country, not even second class. Because even in this current administration,
aha! So you hear them say they won't go their own way, they won't get their own country. But before we continue to hear them to the talk, I get to pause them before we continue to hear the rest of the video. Make I quickly fact check some of the things and when you talk. Yes, remediation don't begin for inside Ogoni land. According to sources, at least Ogoni cleanup, 75% of mangrove restoration done be completed, and the hydrocarbon pollution remediation projects will be say supposed to happen for Ogoni land to the restoration of the 560 hectares of oil degraded mangroves for inside Ogoni land for inside River State done 75% completed. Also, high rep con they talk say the shoreline cleanup for inside the area don't also begin progress as at 20%, and it don't be about 20% completed. And this report now as at January 2025. So truly, Ogoni cleanup don't start. Remember waiting that former Ijaw youth leader talk when I interview, when I play in video the other time, when he talk say, if not because of their oil, and I make that they do this one to begin oil exploration for inside Ogoni land. Say they're not going to let Bola Tinubu start, and say because it be like saying waiting be the motive where Bola Tinubu gets when make it do all these ones because they won't begin start oil exploration again for inside Ogoni land. Say they not going to want them until a total cleanup, and then they agree to the terms and conditions of Ogoni people before they will continue to clean up. Then there's something else that he said also in terms of the fact, say if something happened between a community for inside Niger Delta and Nigerian military. So Nigerian military go take over and burn down their community. Remember the Odi massacre now. Remember the Odi massacre, and it happened during President Olusegun Obasanjo. And then remember the Okwama own too. The Okwama own too happened under another southwestern, that is another Yoruba leader, will be Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it ain't enough for these people to feel this way. So, oh, why be saying only the times them when be say these southwestern people they inside power? Now it be say anything will happen between us and military people, piam, they go destroy our community. Remember that Okwama issue, we heard that almost that in fact somebody testified and said, oh, the only building standing in Okwama was just a church. So they burn down most of their buildings. Then. So if now you did their condition, would you not feel the same way? Considering, say, now you be the chicken where they lay the golden egg. How the thing will make you feel? This now exactly the complaint of this Ijaw youth people. I am not going to go continue from waiting by the top because ain't talk more, ain't talk, say, even for inside this present administration, where Bola Tinubu administration, say, the only minister where they get for inside Bayelsa State, now only one minister, will be the minister for state for petroleum resources. You know, I'm a Heineken Lokobiri, and only am. And then talk say the person self no get saved because before you go even book appointment to see the president, to talk to the president about the plight of Ijaw people, saying go get to see somebody, lobby person before he see the president. That means say they relegate the Bayelsa people. Meanwhile, now then they follow for people who get the largest oil deposit, and Ijaw now the fourth largest ethnic nationality for inside Nigeria. Why then go relegate them like that? That not true. Yes. Heineken Lokobiri so far, and I be the only Ijaw person will be commissioner for inside Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. So in the correct for that and way to listen to Ramatini talk about
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is no Ijaw man that has a say. Even the minister that is from the homogeneous Ijaw state, Bayelsa State, has to lobby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons before he can even gain access to discuss issues that has to do with the Ijaw Nation. So we have seen that even our minister has been relegated to the background. Our issues are not being treated with all sense of seriousness under this administration. Our appeal of environmental remediation has been given deaf ear, despite our enormous contribution to the economic stability and well-being of this country. So why do we have to keep ourselves in a nation that our contributions are not appreciated? Our struggle for the sustenance and unity of the country called Nigeria is not being appreciated. Rather, we are always being used in the political chess game. Today, a governor is being removed. The NDDC, that is our only interventionist agency, has now been turned to a political ground where funds are now being used to carry out political or use funds from our NDDC being used to fund political activity instead of using it to develop the infrastructural deficiencies that our people are facing. There is no appointee in this administration that is from the Ijaw extraction that have express access to the president and commander-in-chief of this country. And we happen to be the fourth largest ethnic nationality. That calls for a concern. So we are assessing the situation, and in no distance time, the Ijaw people are going to take their stand if we have to give and write to all the necessary agencies, parastatal international communities, why a referendum needs to be called for the Ijaw people to express if they are going to be part of the Nigerian state or they want to have their own country. Because before the amalgamation of this country between the southern and the northern protectorates, the concerns of the minorities were raised. And today, those concerns are coming into reality. So we believe that the country called Nigeria is no longer comfortable with us as a people. We have to make self-assessments and ask for a referendum where the Ijaw people can easily vote either to be part of the Nigerian country or they are going to have their own way. And our position are going to be communicated to the people, and in the appropriate times, we are going to take the appropriate and rightful steps to either leave this country and have our own republic or be part of the system. But one thing is certain, the maltreatment that has been given to us have clearly shown that the Nigeria nation does not need the Ijaw people, and we don't need to pretend about that. It's high time we prepare ourselves and go our own separate way from the Nigerian country.
Right, so here now, this is a problem. When Ibi say Biafra, they seek for referendum to leave Nigeria. The Yoruba nation too, they seek, say they won't leave Nigeria. And right now, another people now don't they ask also to leave Nigeria. Maybe the middle belt people too go come out tomorrow say they won't leave Nigeria. So how do we even, and meanwhile, there is no space for a referendum inside our constitution. The constitution don't make any provision for any group to say, okay, make we sit down, talk, whether we go even like stay together. And I ask again, what happened to the confab reports where it be say the confab where former president Goodluck Jonathan conducts? What happened to that confab report? The former president Muhammad Buhari say he belonged to the dustbin, he throw one there. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be a Southerner. Would you also a Southerner rather? So would you also throw it away and say it's going to remain in the dustbin too? How about if you look at some of the things and provisions of that confab? Maybe it go fit help cool or distemper them. Truly, have some people been treated unfairly? Because if you look at the agitation where these people they make, if to say the oil where they Niger Delta and not today, no vex, tell me something. You want them to say this oil where they Niger Delta, if it they not like this, you go they share the oil money like this without more benefits going to the people of the community. That's a question where a lot of people go ask, because once it happened to the gold where they not till today, why it be say the country need to benefit thoroughly from the gold and other mineral resources where they not, as they benefit for the Niger Delta oil? That's a question where a lot of people get to answer. Make we even look at the paracetals we get to do with the oil, like the NNPC. How many Niger Delta persons don't become the GMD of NNPC? How many Niger Delta persons don't become the GMD of NNPC? If not where it be say this oil day, just tell me, you go bring somebody from South, use the GMD, they go agree for inside NNPC. That's not the question. Ordinary local government area now we be say they won't give for Lagos State because of the population of Lagos State. Northerners on the ginger, they don't say no, it don't affect them. And rightly so. So do you think that if to say a north where be say this oil day like this, you go get different groups and heads of NNPC coming from a particular part of the country? Go look at the organogram of NNPC. Look at the people where they work. Look at all their organogram. Even visit NNPC itself. In fact, person who don't go NNPC go tell you, it be like Hausa language and the next language is an NNPC complex, NNPC tower. Go and visit and see. So if this oil was domiciled from the north, they get out from north, you sure say na so it for be. And if na northerners then go agree make people from other regions and they occupy major positions from the resources will come from their land. When they degrade their land, because just like he said, they can't go to farm again. Farming, now one of the major occupations of the people of the Niger Delta region, especially the Ijaw people, fishing and farming. The land not even they go to farm again. Fishing, the oil pollution don't scatter, don't kill most of the aquatic life where they inside the water. So how they won't manage cope? And they are not benefiting anything. I don't want to talk about the one way we say oil companies go come settle the traditional rulers, then settle elders them, then come cause trouble between the traditional rulers them and the elders them, and the youths them. That one, another divide and rule entirely. We'll go talk about that matter, but let's listen to more of what he had to say.
When we give appraisal of ourselves, in terms of population, in terms of landmarks, in terms of human capital resources, in terms of even economic and natural resources, we have what it takes to sustain ourselves. So we don't need any other ethnic minority in the Niger Delta. The Ijaw land, the Ijaw population, the Ijaw manpower is more than enough to have our own republic. So we are proposing for a Ijaw republic that will cater for the well-being and welfare of the Ijaw people. While the other minorities can be part of the Nigeria, or they might decide to join forces with the Biafra Republic and go their way. Nigeria, in as much as we are aware, we are not under any military regime. There is nowhere in the Nigerian constitution that states that there should be an appointment of sole administrators in a state under democracy. That on its own is an aberration, an abuse to the Nigerian constitution, 1999, as amended. We were expecting that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a Democrat, will respect the Nigerian constitution and make due diligent investigation before hurriedly swinging into action. What he has done in Rivers State to all Democrats and believers of democracy is an assault to model democracy. The governor of Rivers State has shown commitment to sustain peace in Rivers State, while the FCT minister, who is looking every means to see how he can grab power in Rivers State, has been bent on causing unrest in Rivers State. And that happens to be an appointee of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you are a lover of peace, tranquility, it is expected of you to first of all caution your minister, who have severally come to public domain to make his point clear that he is an interested party in the crisis that are happening in Rivers State. And for a president to come and suspend an elected governor under this 21st century is a coup to democracy. And the Ijaw ethnic nationality will never accept that.
All right, so for some of our way know they are aware, waiting the cause of this problem now because of the media chat where we saying Wiki gets and how it talk low of the Ijaw people. Also, without considering, say these people now them even be the fourth largest population for inside Nigeria, and it talks and them be the minority of the minority. Because they do like say in people them out of their own will, goodness. They try give Ijaw man opportunity to use the governor. Now, what's they make Ijaw people vex? If they do us good, Abi we also deserve them. Abi equal people, then big past the Ijaw people in terms of population. They're actually much more of a minority than the Ijaw people. So why are you acting like you're doing us a people? Listen to that interview.
All these Asawana will die. And the law has spoken. All this and Ijaw. Let me tell you something. And people should have that right. Ijaw does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. People must speak out the truth. Heaven will not fall. You only die once, not two times. It just does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. What nonsense every day you wake up? Ijaw will do this. In Akwa Ibom, Ijaw cannot be governor. In Delta, Ijaw is minority of the minority. With all due respect to our late elder statesman, Edwin Clark, he's from Delta. He had never produced Ijaw man to be governor of Delta. He had never. The only place Ijaw man can solely be governor is in Bayelsa State. Not in Edo, not in Rivers, a minority of the minority. Out of our own benevolence, live and let live.
Did you hear that? A minority of the minority in River State, a minority of the minority. I don't give this analogy before where I talk, say, now the Ikwere ethnic nationality for inside River State, they in about just 3 local government areas of 4 in River State. Then they for the Ikwere local government area, then they for the Emoha local government area, then they for the Obiakpo local government area, will be the biggest local government area for inside River State, where we came from, right? That's his local government. And they also the part of Port Harcourt local government area. The other parts now, Okreka there, Okreka no Ijaw, right? And then you have where the local government where the present governor is from, Opopon Koro. That one now also Ijaw people. You get the Akoda people. The Akoda people say them be Ijaw people. You get the whole of the Kalabari local government areas. You get the Akokotoro, the Asaretoro, the Degemas, the Bugomas, all of them. All of them are Ijaw communities. You also get the Okreka, the Ogumbolo, and the rest of them. All of them, Niger community. So is it fair for a wiki to refer to them as the minority of the minority? And it is out of their own benevolence and goodness that they gave them governorship position. That now one of the things where they anger people well. And did the president actually do well by not putting all of these statements into consideration before in taking action? Now, the military administrator don't sack all appointees then for inside River State. That means the bone of contention now actually the structure of River State to make sure they replace them with wiki structure. What's going to happen by the time they bring back the governor of the state or they relieve him from suspension, if they would ever do so without impeaching him? If they do so, does it mean that when they bring him back, make it come back, they come make they tell us say he must continue with those people where the military administrator employ bring in? When it be said the military administrator position, not even the constitutional. These are questions we they beg to answer, but we never even know how this matter will play out at the end of the day. But let's further hear what the IYC president said.
What was the reason why state of emergency was declared and why the power grabbing? They said that it is as a result of pipeline vandalism that the governor refused to communicate the president on happenings, and according to the unqualified Attorney General of the Federation, coming to make statements that the governor is teleguiding militants to carry out pipeline vandalism activities. So you begin to wonder, when did they investigate what was happening in River State, that it was as a result of governor's directive? The one that happened in Bokana, the community leaders came out publicly to say that it was as a result of communal differences and the contractor that is handling the surveillance job in that particular line. They decided to put it on the neck of the governor just because they want to kill a dog. They have to give it a bad name. That is what the presidency under Bola Ahmed Tinubu and those undemocratic appointees that is under his cabinet have decided to do. But as an Ijaw man, Ijaw Nation have told him categorically that we are going to resist that statement with all sense of humility, and every necessary step that needs to be taken, we will take. The sole administrator, which they have used to grab power in River State, have now also come with the template by making appointments, making pronouncements that will further aggravate the anger of the people of River State. We are aware they just want to cause unnecessary unrest in River State to justify their undemocratic action that they have taken. Some of them were believing that maybe when that pronouncement is made, the Ijaw people will now go ahead, blow up pipeline, cause pipeline vandalism, cause we are wiser. No level of anger will make us to go and attack any pipeline or go and vandalize pipeline that will end up polluting our environment. The already polluted environment that we are calling for people to go and remediate, is that the same environment that we will now go and pollute the remaining ones that our parents are using to do their little farming? They There is no way that they will aggravate our anger that will make us to take those kind of steps. The Ijaw Nation is wiser, and we are going to be taking wiser steps to fight them. If they are thinking that we will continue to blow pipeline or Ijaw people or our people will control, it's a big lie. They have failed. We are not going to allow them to aggravate our anger and we will now end up polluting our environment. It's not going to happen. Rather, we will use other means.
All right, so and I don't hear him. But I like that part where it be like say reason can't they take place. Where did they talk? Say no, we're not gonna ever let it happen. But remember that you can join this conversation. You can join me in the studio, right? I don't drop the link to the studio for inside the pin post. So you just follow that link, walk us straight. Join me inside the studio here. Maybe you talk about the matter. I really love for you to share your thoughts and reactions to this conversation, or you can call the WhatsApp line that is by the pin post. Let's also communicate and let's talk about the matter. The WhatsApp number is 0817 029 4077 0817 029 I have more of what he said, but make I just go take some of your comments and reactions. Then I come back to play more of those things where you say you talk. He just ready to fight the entire country. Okay, you know you want me to talk. Instead, the Ijaw people never ever. I never played that side yet. Instead, they never ever fight any war where they say they lose. So he did set and say Ijaw no go fit lose any war. That's what he said. That he just have never gone to war and come back without being victorious or unvictorious, right? This here says anti-precious, please. Okay, he's fine. You don't watch him every day. John Bosco says is the right bill is good to go. Wow, that's what you said. And then who again? Charles E. say is distraction. I agree. But is it really distraction? People are really aggrieved. Do you call that distraction? Emenike Oliver, thank you so much. Good evening to you. I see you. Thank you so much. African Man says, we need Niger Delta Republic. Enough of this parasites. Okay. Onyeka says, this movie is getting interesting. Nigeria is a crime scene. Ouch, unfortunately. And then Enye Lu says, Lagos deserves like 100 LGA. Tinubu did well to build Lagos and he's building Nigeria now. Yeah, stop it. I don't like it. Stop it. I don't like it. African Man says, we cannot continue to be in the same country with the parasites that have no respect for us. We feed yet no respect for them. And the person say, Charles Duru said on Netflix, not be smart, one day, one trouble, and Nigeria believes. Okay, Chuku Kingsley says, a failed nation called Nigeria. Unfortunately, it's not failed yet. Maxwell Brenner says it just doesn't have the unity and capacity to fight for a separate Ijaw nation because there are too many saboteurs and betrayers. I agree with you. He even cited those saboteurs and betrayers, talking about those of them who are now in cahoots with Nyesom Wike and have collected money from him just to betray their own people. I think he cited it. If I haven't gotten to that part, you get to hear it. African Man says, when you listen to these parasites talk like they have anything to offer, it irritates me. Split this thing. Make everybody answer their papa name. Enough of the pollution. That pollution is really... See, so for some of you who don't know, you really need to be in the Niger Delta so that you could see some of the environmental degradation, what did they go through. Then you may understand their plight. Tony says, Ijaw are action negative. Ijaw are action negative. They only make noise. Jonathan was wicked, was kicked out, and nothing happened. Then he said, Netflix and Chilabeg, they never touch Ijaw them. They don't, they shout. Now wow. That's what you talk. And then who's good then? All this noise, they only need dollar. He said they only need dollar. Tinubu throw them some dollar. That's what you think. I think I saw a comment that is similar to this again. Maxwell says, Wike said that Ijaws are minority of the minorities, and you are repeating what Wike has said, but Ijaws got mad and angry. But Ijaws are not minority of the minority. Just look at the Nigerian, even your own Nigerian decent talk and see them be the 4th largest population for inside the country. And I never said they're minority. No, please. Ijaws population he said Ijaw people are noisemakers. No. And then this is indigenous people wake up. Terrorists, Fulanis, invaders has been hiding or have been hiding under the cattle headers and political to take over our ancestral land. And then this person says, Tinubu, give this Ijaw guy some money and kai ekpetesi you mean? Ingo de all right, Abi. All right, let's go and listen to more of what he had to say. And then let's know if his agitation and his statements are even justifiable.
But one thing is
we're coming back.
Ijaw land has never been a conquered territory. And it is not under our watch that we will allow some group of persons to come and undermine us and tell us that we have been conquered. We can never. The Ijaw man has never gone to war and been defeated. So it's not under our regime, not under our header that we will allow that to happen. We will fight this fight till our governor, our son, is being restored and reinstated as the governor of Rivers State to complete his first term and subsequently his second term as 8 years governor of Rivers State. We cannot allow any group of persons, those anti-democratic miscreants, to come and cajole us. So we are appealing to Mr. President once again to go and remove that illegal entity he called his sole administrator, a name, a position that is not found in democracy. And Rivers State, our dear state, cannot be under military watch when the entire nation is practicing democracy. It's an aberration and it's unacceptable. Let him go and remove his illegal administrator to avoid breakdown of law and order. One thing is certain. As a son, if you tell me that you are my friend, no matter how tattered, unkept my father is, it is your responsibility to respect my father just for the sake of our friendship. Wike, as a friend to Ijaw Nation, has abused his privileges. And from the day he made those derogatory statements, he stopped to exist as a friend to Ijaw Nation. He has been totally and completely rejected by Ijaw Nation. And there is no part in the Ijaw Nation that will accommodate him or accept him. There is a saying that in every palace, there are saboteurs, there are Zudas. Those Zudas in the Ijaw Nation that have decided to be his slave, that is operating the slave master and the slave boy relationship, has nothing to do with Ijaw Nation. Those are people that have decided to sell their king in order to become a palace boy in the palace of his father's enemy. So Ijaw Nation has nothing to do with them. They have sold their conscience. They have told the entire world that them and Wike are operating a slave master and slave boy relationship. They can never speak for Ijaw Nation. The entire Ijaw Nation have rejected Wike, and he has ceased to become a friend of Ijaw Nation. And we have made it point blank, categorically. We don't have, the Ijaw Nation does not have any crisis with the Ekwere ethnic nationality. But an Ekwere son has insulted the entire Ijaw ethnic nationality, and the Ijaw Nation.
All right, so you don't hear what in talks, saying that because an Ekwere son don't insult the Ekwere, the Ijaw ethnic nationality, and that's why they're angry. So as I asked before, as I said before, do you think their anger is justifiable if you truly know the crux of this matter or the reason why this matter they go on the way they go on, and how you see them to resolve this matter? Considering, say, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they back down because it's in Wike tell Anana, the military administrator is doing his work now. He's firing and hiring anyhow. And people they talk say all this one for inside the money of Rivers State. It already asked MDAs and all that, made them bring out all their reports on how much they use spend money for the past 2 years. Within they use spend money. Meanwhile, you're hiring new people now. As they hire new people now, how they won't use give account if the governor come back to position? That means that Rivers State money now be this bone of contention, because a lot of people don't talk about and you talk about and say the bone of contention are Rivers State resources, and that's exactly what it looks like. Well, taking some of your messages here, this says, Miss Precious, what's your ethnic nationality in Rivers State? It's called Ndoki. We're in Oyibo local government area of River State, Ndoki, and that's where we are. Yeah, thank you. And in fact, we are the minority. We're the original minority of the minority. Our minority is over minority, because in the 3 states where you have Ndoki clan in River State, or the Ndoki ethnic nationality in River State. You have them in Abia State. You have them in Akwa Ibom State, right? In those 3 states, they're minorities. They not even be anywhere at all. They didn't come up at all. So even like saying our own matter was passed. The guy is a political puppy. That's what you said. Precious, I beg. No be the elders go welcome them this alien. I be the alien. No sure they are aware of this part of the welcome address. And Emenike says, honestly speaking, Nigeria needs to be shared in different parts and ethnic groups. That's what you said. No, we must do one Nigeria by fire by force. Iyago says, those Ijaw jokers are funny. Help me tell him he shouldn't shout. And because he does, because what? He does more. DSS hasn't traveled out of Nigeria yet. They still there. Are they still around? Oops. Okay. And he said, though they just need some money from FG. Do you think this is just about money? If any of them takes money or should accept money or any monetary, gift to back that or to betray others, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to explain that because that would be worse than betrayal. James Otala says the president should restore Fubara to his position for peace sake in River State. And then Oliver says the nonsense House of Assembly did today when Abari, it's not House, is your senator. Move a motion. He said useless Yoruba turn into a caricature. Reality hurt me. That he really hurt you today, my dear brother. That's why I didn't want to play the footages there. Because it just shows that we're really not one in this country. First of all, it was even the disdain at which the deputy speaker was looking at that matter. It was since yesterday that matter started now, remember. So it's not today. AY Steve says, just try this idiot with some amounts and see whether he will not dance to the tune of his boss, Asare Dokubo. So you think it's money they need? All right, so let's take a listen to him further in this conversation.
A slave master and slave boy relationship. They can never speak for Ijaw Nation. The entire Ijaw Nation have rejected Wike, and he has ceased to become a friend of Ijaw Nation. And we have made it point blank, categorically. We don't have, the Ijaw Nation does not have any crisis with the Ekwere ethnic nationality. But an Ekwere son has insulted the entire Ijaw ethnic nationality, and the Ijaw Nation have rejected him, and he ceased to be a friend to the Ijaw Nation. And any Ijaw son or daughter that is dining and whining with him are his slaves, and they can never speak the position of the Ijaw Nation.
All right, so you hear I'm saying any Ijaw person where they wine and dine with them, go fit say fast, say you be slave. All right, so I really love to take your thoughts and reactions. Kindly call me up on the numbers showing on your screen. I hope to share that number very soon. Yep. You can click on the link and join the conversation. You get to join me in the studio here, or you just call that number 0817-029-4077. That number where you go use join me. Make I just take your thoughts and reaction on what you think for Inside the Matter. Lord Lucan says, let's go our way. Stop it. I like it. Stop it. I don't like it. John Terry, welcome back. Thank you so much, John Terry. I appreciate you. So that's about it. So we hope to see more things unfold, because for inside the meeting when they say they will also meet again and again and again to use forge, look at ways that they will use forge forward and handle this matter. So obviously, all is not over yet from the Ijaw Nation or the Ijaw community concerning this matter. Apart from this, their move for secession, say they no one be part of Nigeria again. Say they won't wash their hand, come out like Pontius Pilate for Nigeria, because they, in terms of population, in terms of resources, land mass, everything, say they're enough to be a country. And I was like, stop it. You're enough to be a country. How many people did Namibia? They just get their first female president, will be the first female president for inside Africa. And Namibia is just a little close to 3 million. They don't even reach 3 million population. So what are you talking about? Bayelsa alone self supposed big past Namibia said. If you look at the population of Bayelsa, let alone if he counts the Ijaw for inside River States, can't count the Ijaw for inside Delta States joined together. Come on, a big past the country already by ourselves. So you guys can do this. Move on. All right, guys, thank you so much. for joining this live. I appreciate you. I love you guys. If this is your first time of joining me, please click on the subscription button. Please, please, please click on the subscription button. Let's keep moving forward. We'll continue to speak for the development of our country. It's not going to be rocket science. It'll be something we will just do, make it happen, but we'll continue to talk, to enlighten people. And that's why I break down the conversation. And that's why I love to speak in the most universal language in Nigeria, which is Pidgin English, because that's the only language we cuts across social strata, ethnic nationality, and religion. So make we talk so that our country will truly develop. I love you guys. I see you again tomorrow, God willing. Don't forget, tomorrow evening is a trial of Mr. Kenobi, Prince Francis Chilaka, and Barrister Asim Adams. It's going to be a buzz boost tomorrow, and you don't want to miss that tomorrow evening. But I'll also be live in the afternoon, or perhaps just post a video tomorrow afternoon. I love you guys dearly. Protect your mental health. Don't let Nigeria matter what your head do. Please protect your mental health. I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon. First, before I see you tomorrow evening, I love you so much. Have yourself an amazing evening. Good night, and God bless you. Bye.